In progress.
There
There
she
we
is.
go. Happy Sunday,
Hey.
mothers. How we doing?
What's up, DK Swaps?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers
Happy
out
Mother's
there.
Day.
Happy
Happy
Mother's
Mother's Day,
Day.
yeah.
My mom, I'm lucky that she's still around, and she's good to me. I got one of my grandmas is still around, so
That's good, man.
Mark, I know you're a married man with a wife. Scott, you as well. Mr. Jared, he's about to be a father soon, right,
That
Jared?
is not true. That is absolutely that is not true. Whoa!
Yo, this is
Surprise!
over here we be celebrating the ladies all day long, and we
Absolutely.
don't do it often enough, honestly. So
We love the
we're here.
ladies.
Listen, we're here
Yeah.
because of a lady. A
God
lady
bless 'em
carried
all.
us for 9 months and brought us into the world. So to all the moms out there, if you're a mother and you're watching, or if your mother's watching with you or whatever, happy Mother's Day. God bless.
yeah, yeah.
For
So
sure.
today we have a special guest, the great YouTube sensation, just hit 1.9 thousand
Almost.
subscribers.
What's up?
On his
What's
way to
up?
2,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
One of my good friends, somebody who I got a lot of love for in my heart, Mr. Scott Aromatico, everybody in the building, in the place to
I
be.
should clap after that intro.
You had me scared. I thought Renaissance was here.
Oh no, listen, man,
Oh.
you're doing great things, man. Like I said, you somebody I respect, and I got a lot of love for, and for you to be here with us today, it means a lot, man. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being here. We appreciate
sure.
your knowledge that you're gonna lend, and what you do for the community. Between your content and your giveaways and your interaction with everybody that is involved in your channel who follows you, you can tell it comes from a good place and you got a passion for it. So thank you, sir. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
We do,
Appreciate
Scott.
those
Thank
kind
you.
words.
No
Nice to meet
doubt.
all you guys for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
And
are.
Scott, I've always enjoyed your videos from
Same.
the community perspective, and I think like you got out there and you introduced some of us to the community for the first time, and that was something that I thought, I've always had a place for you in my fragrance community because you were part of that journey.
Yes.
And yeah. So I just want to say, yeah, thanks for keeping it real at Decants.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for real.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. I appreciate all your help and just your support and just being there and being
And your
part of the
support of
community.
the
For real.
decant movement, baby.
Yeah,
You are
man.
the #1 decant
That's
supporter.
That's awesome.
Even
dude.
though I will say I have seen a lot more fragrance reviewers using decants. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But Scott was doing it way back. So
Yes, he was.
as we usually do, every Sunday we're gonna start off with the scent of the day and or the evening, and of course we're gonna start with our special guest, Mr. Scott Aromatico. Scott, what did you wear today for Mother's Day as your fragrance of the day? And if you switched it up this evening, what are we rocking today, sir?
Well, I did switch it up. I have Citrine on now.
Okay.
By Zaharoff.
The new
And
one.
then I had this morning when I went to church with the family and everything, I had Tom Ford's Costos or
nice.
so.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now I haven't
Just
smelled that
keeping
one.
it fresh.
Is that more on the citrus side as
That's a
far as
good
like
one.
the summer scents go? What's that
Yeah,
profile like?
I mean, it's just a kind of a nice, fresh, almost aquatic. And then it's heavy on kind of like the evergreen vibe, with the cypress and stuff like that. I guess
nice.
it's supposed to invoke what it's like, in the south of Italy, by the coast and stuff like that. So it's got a really, it's a fresh, but it's got a lot of depth into it, that a lot of fresh fragrances don't have. So
That's true. That sounds good. I have to try that one.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
I like the original formulation just a little bit better, but it's still pretty close.
Though the one you wore is the Parfum.
Yeah, I have both. I used to have the one that was in the private blend that was in that blue bottle.
Blue bottle.
I switched it over to the gold bottle.
Yeah.
And I've never gotten my nose on the aqua. I've heard a lot of good things about it though.
That one wasn't bad. That was good. I
smelled
that
that
one. Was good.
Okay. Well, since Jared's yapping, we'll go to Jared next. Jared, what do you got on today? What was your scent of Mother's Day?
Well, in New Jersey, it's like 50 degrees or
It's the
something. It's
weather.
this
Isn't the weather
whack
weird?
day.
Yeah.
So I had, for the dinner, I'd put on a little Tom Ford Vinny Fatale
Oh, you went with the
because of
Vinny.
our,
Okay.
because of the Godfather, Lou. Thank you.
Any compliments on that?
Of course not.
No.
And then just for this, I put on a little of this, layered it over for you.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Look at how much I killed with
Yeah,
this
that's a
stuff.
I
I
good
know
love
one.
this
you,
stuff,
you
dude.
you've gone through that one. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Very nice. Vinny
smell
Fatal.
great right now.
All right. Well, so me today I had on when I woke up, I still smelled some of that new Armani, the stronger with you only. It was like
Yeah.
still lingering. Yeah, it lasted like into the night. I
Believe
was like,
that.
wow, I still smell this.
That
But then
lavender can be a long one.
yeah, it was there all night. I say at least 9 hours after I put it on. So, and then
Wow.
I decided to go with Jimmy Choo Man Intense, which is one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah.
So
That
good.
was one of my picks in Scott's video. He was kind enough to have me on. If you're not subscribed to Scott Aromatico on YouTube, and you can see that video we
Yes,
did
sir.
together.
I'll link them in
That guy
mine
right up
Yeah.
in
there.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll link
link
them.
him on here, definitely. And then tonight I took a shower, and I actually, since we were talking about vetiver, I went with this one. I don't know if you can see the
What is that?
label. This is Banana Republic Linen Vetiver.
Is that so? Because that was one of my choices.
Oh, is that one of your choice? Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is a
I
nice one.
was trying to avoid that happening at the
Yeah.
beginning here.
I knew. I had a
Well,
feeling.
look, Jared said he got 10, so he's got 9 now.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'll eliminate that one.
I'm
No,
gonna
this
put
one's nice
something
though.
on too along the way. Yeah.
This one's nice.
That man intense, that's a good Mother's Day frag, man. Did mom give you
Yeah.
some compliments up on that one? Yeah.
No, I mean, I didn't really see her today too much because
No.
I was at work all day. That's why I
Oh,
cooked
Uh,
right,
dinner
right,
for
right.
everyone last night.
Yeah.
And last
hmm
night is when I wore the stronger with you.
That's
I don't know if
right.
she really
Mom liked
smelled it.
that one?
I don't know if she smelled it really, but
Yeah.
what I did get her, one of her Mother's Day gifts was I got her a 70 ml bottle of the Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP.
Mm-hmm.
And man, she
That's a
wore
Mother's Day gift.
that's a Mother's Day gift. She never heard of it.
Woo!
Mom.
She never heard of it, and she really likes Burberry Her. So I was like, if you like Burberry Her, you're probably gonna like this. So she was like, oh, I don't know, I never heard of it, but it looks nice. And then one of my cousins at the birthday party we went to was like, oh, you smell wonderful. Is that Baccarat Rouge 540? And she was like, I don't know. You gotta ask Mo. So then,
He's like,
and then
hell yeah, it
my
is.
cousin was like, Is your mother wearing Baccarat Rouge 540?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." She was like, "That's
You
an
know, Mom.
expensive
Yeah,
perfume." I said, "Yeah, I gotta look out for mom." And then
that's
when she
good.
went back, and she was like, "Yeah, that's the one. That's like $500 a buy." My mom was like, "Really?" And then she looked it up, and then she was like, "Oh wow." She
That's
didn't
fun.
really realize the tier of fragrance that was, but she
That's
loves it.
awesome.
So that's all that
Top
matters.
tier.
And I
That's great.
smelled it on her too when we were eating dinner,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Ooh, that does smell nice." So she
yeah.
was happy. So I think she's gonna put the Burberry Her on hold for a little bit. So and then
Mhm.
so what about you, Mr. Mark? What'd you wear around the wife today for Mother's Day?
This one's one that I got recently, and I'm trying to get some use out of it. It's the Intimately Beckham.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
see that
interesting
label
choice. Okay,
is kind of nice and straight there.
there you
Ooh,
go.
that
Oh
looks
On
good.
man, your
it.
camera is nice, man. I gotta
There we
get a
go.
camera
Yeah.
like you.
Sorry.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
good.
yeah, this one it's real light, so I sprayed it like a bunch, like 20 sprays, and
Whoa.
probably wasn't even enough. But the
Mm.
glimpse of the smell that I get from this reminds me a little bit of like John Varvatos' Dark Rebel,
Okay.
and that was kind of a cool journey to go on today. So I'll continue exploring this one a little bit, but I know this bottle isn't going to last me forever.
Right. Yeah, if you
Yeah.
spraying 20 times every time you wear it, yeah, you're going through that pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, all right, nice, man. Well, today, as you can see, Fragrance Sundays vetiver on the top.
Nice.
Our topic this Sunday is the note of vetiver, which happens to be one of Jared's favorite fragrant notes.
It
When I
is.
met him, I learned that very quick.
Love it.
Couple of quick notes on vetiver. I'm on the very handy Wikipedia right here. Vetiver is a bunch grass and has a gregarious habit and grows in tufts. It shoots growing from the underground crown, making the plant frost and wildfire resistant. and allows it to survive heavy grazing pressure. The leaves can become up to 300 centimeters or 10 feet long and 8
Wow.
millimeters and a third of an inch wide. The panicles are about 6 inches to 12 inches long and have 2-inch branches. The plant stems are erect and stiff. They can
Mm-hmm.
survive deep water flow. Under clear water, the plant can survive up to 2 months. And the
Mm-hmm.
root system of vetiver is finely structured and very strong. It can grow 10 feet to 13 feet deep within the first year. Vetiver has neither stolons nor rhizomes, whatever that means. Because all these characteristics, the vetiver plant is highly drought tolerant and can help to protect the soil against sheet erosion. And
Wow.
in case of sediment deposition, new roots can grow out of buried nodes. Okay, so
Interesting.
Yeah.
yeah. So vetiver, obviously, the way it sounds, it's obviously watery because it's by water. It's a type of grass, so it's obviously green, as you can see in the picture there.
Mm.
Sounds
Um,
fairly useful for the
fi-
environment as well.
yeah, absolutely. And a
Well,
lot of the photos I saw, it's by riverbeds and bodies of water. And like I said, it helps with erosion and things like that. I think I mentioned it a little bit there, but one of the things Scott mentioned was the roots go pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things Mark mentioned was that I believe a lot of the oils that they do extract vetiver from are actually from the root of the plant. So that's pretty
Cool.
seems
interesting.
reasonable. I mean, do you ever just pluck up a piece of grass and like,
Hmm.
you got that white meaty part in there?
Yep,
I
and
Mm-hmm.
the
know
dirt.
somebody out there knows what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you just take a big bite out of that and you
Well,
get
I don't know,
that
but you get
juiciness.
vetiver juice. There
You
you
just
go.
get that
That's how
There you
you
vetiver.
go.
get.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're gonna talk today, basically about fragrances that we enjoy that have vetiver. Vetiver is kind of, for someone just getting into fragrance, it's kind of one of those notes that people are not too sure of. I think it's a little more easygoing than oud, like we did oud last week. I think this is a more approachable, especially for somebody really new into fragrance. In a lot of men's fragrances today, you will see vetiver as a
Mm-hmm.
common base note,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes as a middle note. It's definitely, pretty commonplace in women and men's fragrances. I mean, just in general,
Yes.
it's kind of something that gives foundation to a lot of the fragrances, and it does have an aroma that blends well, and kind of works well with a lot of different scent notes. So
Yeah.
we're
It
just
can
gonna
be
go around. Hmm.
yeah, no, I just wanted to mention, I feel like I feel like there's like either vetiver based fragrances like that smell like vetiver, and then there fragrances that use vetiver as a base. Like it's just like the
Okay.
bottom, because
Right.
it sticks really well.
Hmm.
So I think, like there's a lot of fragrances that have vetiver in it, but not all of them obviously feature it.
And
Because I
there's
feel
different
like it comes
types,
with a
right?
lot.
There's different types of ways that
Hmm.
vetiver comes off. It could come off wet and kind of dank and soily, or it
Hmm.
could be a little bit clean
Soapy
and
even, yeah.
fresh. It could come off soapy, woody. It has
Hmm.
definitely a woody aspect in some fragrances. So I guess just depending on the way the oil is harvested and extracted, it kind of could give a different vibe, and how it's blended, of course, in the perfume. So yeah, we're gonna go around. We'll start with our guest, Mr. Sky Aromatico. Is there a vetiver fragrance that you would like to present to anybody watching right now and say, "Hey, you're thinking about vetiver? Try this one. What you got?"
Yeah, absolutely. And I have you to thank, not just because you're the host and trying to kiss your art, but you had sent me as a freebie, which you always kind of do to your customers. You always tend to give out those freebies so
Sure.
kindly. And I think one of the ones you sent me was the Roja vetiver.
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
early on in my journey, I did not enjoy vetiver at all because I was just into those freshies and I was into those sweet gourmands. Just kind of like a lot of people do early on in their journey. And I really wasn't into oud. I wasn't into vetiver. I
Mhm.
really didn't like neroli either. But
Mhm.
yeah, so you sent me that one, and as soon as I smelled it, I could just, not because of the price. I'm not saying that because of the price, but you could just tell how well it was blended, and it
Mhm.
was sparkling, and it was effervescent, and I was like, wow, This smells really good. And one of the things, the first thing my wife and I said when we smelled it is that it's addicting. It was
Mhm.
very addicting, in a good way. And so I fell in love with that one. And that decant turned into a full bottle.
There
So
you go.
you can't see it
Ooh,
because it blends into the
There
grass.
it is. That's a
beautiful
beautiful
Yeah.
bottle
bottle.
too. Yeah,
It's
And I
so
don't
good.
know
I
if
have the
you
That's
still,
decant
nice.
here.
he's
Smells
got
do
the
you
great.
still
decant.
carry it?
I just ran out of it recently. I sold the last 10 mils that I had, but it is one that I've worn a bunch of times, and it is a beautiful scent. The lemon in it on the top note,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
way it comes in, so good. And it does also have as it dries, I also get like a resinous feel to it a little bit. Like you
mhm.
get like some smoky nuances, and
Earthy.
it's
It's
earthy.
different.
Yeah, the thing with the Roja, if you look up the note breakdown of that, there's like so much stuff in it. But
There's a lot.
at its core, definitely the vetiver, and it's a beautiful scent, and you can actually find that for a pretty fair price. I mean, I think I paid under 200 for a 100 ml, which look for somebody that if you're just getting in, that price point might be like, oh my gosh, that's really
Yeah, yeah,
expensive,
definitely.
but sometimes it's worth it, and that's where things like decants or buying a sample come in, because like Scott said, if he would have never smelled that, to him, it would have not been worth it to spend that, but he got his nose on it and he was like,
It's
man, I
worth
need
it.
to get that. So, and
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I
I mean,
sent you and Mark, you guys have both smelled
Yeah,
that
it's
one, right?
fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I smelled it the first time I was talking to you and Mo Jarrett, and
hmm
I was just like smelling the vetiver, and I had smelled a lot of vetiver fragrances at that point, but the way that this vetiver smelled, it was just so deep to me. It was like it
Mm.
kept
hmm
going down this like scent trail, and um I think that was for a note like vetiver a true homage to it, you know.
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
fantastic. Yeah,
Hmm.
fantastic smell. I only have a little
Absolutely.
bit left in my decant, so I gotta like save it for the perfect
Yeah,
bottle.
that's one that I would get another bottle of in stock for
hmm
sure. If I find it for a fair price, I think that's definitely one I would like to get out to people if they hit me up, because that one's worth getting your nose on
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, Mr. Jared? You got
Oh,
one for
okay.
us?
You know what I'm gonna choose instead of the typical one? I'm gonna choose
Oh,
shocker, right? On Le
there you go.
Boisé.
There you go.
Because I have the original Vetiver and by
Hmm.
Guerlain, and I think
Hmm.
it's the best. It's one of the best fragrances, but I think this, if you haven't, if you're not used to it and like you're not and you're interested in it, but you're not like trying to just go straight in, like Vetiver smells,
Hmm.
you know how that stuff smells. That's straight up grass, but like
Yeah.
clean, soapy, but no sweetness.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is like lime and like a smoky woody vetiver. So like I always say, this is like if Guerlain took Aventus DNA and did their own thing with it. Like it
Okay.
doesn't smell like Aventus, but like with the lime and the smokiness of the vetiver and the woodiness, it all comes together in that similar, like citrus fruity and smoky way. I
Hmm.
was reading today that apparently this was his attempt, Thierry Wasser, the perfumer, his attempt to make a terre d'hermes, but I don't think it smells anything like
Okay.
that. But this is so good.
But
It's got
Nice.
like that
but
pencil shavings almost kind of smell, but it's really, 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 really good.
And it also
High
has
quality.
it has rum in it, right?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of rum. It's got like a little uh it's got a little mojito kind of smell, but it's
Mhm.
fresh, perfect for the spring. And people say they don't get good longevity, but I do if I overspray it. Because like I was saying before, vetiver is like a fixative. No, it's just 60.
Got you.
60.
yeah, I gotta try that one again.
It's so good, dude. I traded
I
it
I do
away
enjoy
and
it.
I just
yeah,
got it back and I'm like, oh my God.
I know I
Have
got
you
a
smelled
couple
that one,
mills
Scott?
back there.
Do you know that one, Scott?
No, I
No, you
no,
haven't.
I have the original one, Jared.
Yeah,
I can't.
Mhm.
What is,
Vetiver, yeah, that one. Yeah, I
yeah,
love that one.
Oh, that juice cut is
OG from
beautiful.
like
Is that the new bottle?
That's an
1959.
older bottle. That's
Is
a
that an
nice
older one?
bottle.
yeah,
Yeah,
that looks like an
Mm.
older
that's
label.
pretty.
Yeah,
That's because I have this one. This
or
and
newer one. I'm not sure
his
because
is older. His is older.
the
That's a
the
cool
newer
bottle.
ones almost look like they're trying to be a little bit older. Have you guys
Well,
noticed that?
like you
Yeah.
see how these look exactly the same. So
Hmm.
the one
Yeah,
Scott has is cool. That's actually a really cool bottle.
The juice color on that vetiver is beautiful too. That like
Isn't
dark
it?
golden color. Ah,
That is that's better. That looks better
that's
than the
so
one I have,
beautiful.
man.
And
That
look at the
looks
cap
vintage,
too. That's
dude.
a beautiful
Yeah.
That
bottle,
looks
man.
beautiful. Yeah.
That is classy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. The
And
wee.
you
Airline
got the
logo on
cap.
top, dude.
If you got
Wow.
the
Yeah,
vetiver cap, you know you're rocking, okay?
yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
that
that's.
because only some of it does it have it
Good.
on the inside of the cap
I
too?
don't got the vetiver cap.
Oh,
No,
you
not on
got
the
the
inside.
tester, huh? You got the tester.
Yeah, I got
You
the
got
test.
the no cap tester. Okay.
Oh, the
Yeah,
extreme. You got the extreme.
Oh, he got.
yeah,
Oh, you got the extreme one though. All
yeah.
right. So let's see. I'll start. I'll start with an easy one here. This is.
I knew it.
Yeah, I had to bring this one out, man. I think I put you onto
Nobody
this.
else can see it though. I can see
Nah,
Scott
you
squinting
can
too.
kind
I'm
of see it.
like,
You can
What
kind of
is
see
it?
it. This is Karl Lagerfeld Bois de Vetiver.
There you go.
So this is a really easy. First of all, it's really cheap. I think you can find 100 ml of this for $24. But this is really mass appealing. It's almost like, I won't say a blue scent, but it kind of goes in that direction of how easy it is to wear. And the three main notes you get out of this are grapefruit,
mm-hmm.
vetiver, and broxin. Those are the three main things that you get out of this. Warm weather, this is awesome. Um, and I said really affordable. The longevity is in the middle 5 hour range or so. And if you overspray in the summer, it might last you a little bit more. But that is a solid entry level vetiver scent. Like if you're like, oh, I'm not sure, I think that's one that's easy to recommend for people to check out.
And it's
That's
light,
Lagerfeld.
it's fresh. You can wear that one. It's not like some vetivers are going to be overbearing. Some people get introduced to the note too quickly, and
Hmm.
that's too much. Like that's a good one to start with
Right.
to just kind of work your way up because you really want to make that transition from citrus that is appealing to the vetiver grass note that
Hmm.
is the heart of what
Mm-hmm.
that grass is. So
Right. Absolutely.
something like that's great. I'm sure we'll have some other ones. The low boise too, probably a good
That's a
trend.
good entry level one
You
too.
guys both got to
Absolutely.
try that one, man. It's
Yeah.
cheap and
Yeah.
it's good. You guys got to try that.
I
Just get
think
a
I have a
bottle.
little bit. If I do, I'll bottle up. That's definitely one that I've been looking at, but I've noticed the prices have shot up a little bit on that
They have
because when I first got it, it was like maybe in the
almost under
35
20
to
bucks.
40
Yeah.
range for 100 ml, and now there's like almost double that. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they have definitely gone up. That's why I've been a little bit, hesitant on getting it, but that's definitely worth getting a second bottle. So,
Yeah.
all right, Mr. Mark, what you got? What
All
can you
right.
bring
Oh,
to the
this is
people?
this is an interesting one representing Colorado. I haven't smelled this one
Ooh.
too,
Ooh.
but
Oh, so
Is
you
that
brought out
the
the big
wood?
guns.
Wood squared?
yeah, this is the Rocky
That's
Mountain
old
wood.
school.
Rocky Mountain
Yeah,
Wood.
this one I think is, I don't know, it's more fun. Like I don't know. I know people who wore this at the time. I never
Mhm.
wore it. So, but living in Colorado, obviously, it's meant to smell like that. And it does kind of. Um, it's not to me it is also a very soapy vetiver.
Hmm.
It's it it reminds me a little bit of the style of like Burberry Touch and how we've talked about like the Womo Moschino, like
Mhm.
just like the kind of soapy fresh smell. But
Hmm.
yeah, it does eventually dry down to that like woody light kind of like Dunhill Pursuit type kind of smell,
Mhm.
like really sweet woody.
Right.
Hmm.
And so for me, like it takes you on a journey, and it's a classic, I guess. I actually had a bottle and then I sold it, and
I
then
wish I could see it.
I'm sorry.
No,
It's
I
the
know what it
magic
looks like.
distance that I have to get, I think.
Yeah.
So and
That's
then
discontinued, right?
yeah, and then I ended up getting it back again, and then I was like, all right, I think it's just fate that I have this bottle. So it's a fun one though.
Yeah, because I
Cool.
see those. I see those going for like 200 for a full bottle, and
I
and that.
don't know about that.
Yeah, on eBay. On eBay, they
Maybe
go for like
well,
probably brand
yeah.
new, maybe not used, but
Don't
That's
spend two
cool though,
hundred
man.
dollars on that one, but
yeah. Hey, listen, some people, you could tell them, but they're gonna do it anyway. But yeah,
people
but yeah.
compare it to the Mancera Windwood, so that'd probably be a good place to
Oh.
start.
Ah, Oh,
I know you
oh.
had that one, Mo.
Mo had that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my list. All right. Nah, but that's awesome. That
That's
means
true.
that everybody's kind of getting it, like on the same page, linking it. So
Mm-hmm.
you got
Yeah.
another one for us, Mr. Scott, Mr. Hollywood?
Mr.
Yeah,
Aromatico.
that's right.
Sometimes
Where's
we
my
blow it up.
sunglasses? My sun shines so bright, I need sunglasses.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
this one needs to be a full bottle shortly, but it's a little on the high side. And right now, I'm kind of on a buying freeze because my birthday's coming up and I'm going to Vegas in June.
Nice.
So I have not bought any fragrances, but I'm
Nope.
going to. It's going to change after June. This
Not
one's
on
going to be
our
a full
account, man. Take a decant.
right? No, I've got a decant of this one, and it's going to be a full bottle. It's Sycamore by Chanel and the Le Exclusive line.
Nice.
And I don't know if you
Awesome.
guys
Nice one.
have got your nose on this.
Yes.
No.
Man, is
That's
it good.
compared to
I
Aqua
like
Noir, Mark.
Yeah.
Nice.
when I tell a story about a fragrance, I like paint a picture, and it might be a little over dramatic,
Go
but it's
for
just
it.
the first thing I thought of. That's how my brain works. Is I'm on a horse riding through the forest in the wintertime, and that horse is brushing up against all those trees and those evergreens. It just smells like a beautiful, wet evergreen forest, and it's so good, man.
That sounds
I
awesome.
love this fragrance.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's got like a frosty vibe too. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it's
Like
got,
it's
yeah,
cold?
you really, it's not, I wouldn't say cold, maybe more wet than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's got hazel, vetiver, juniper, cypress, and then a little bit of spiciness. The tobacco's not all that strong in it, but man, it's so good.
That sounds
It's
awesome.
Mark. Think it's that one. Aqua Noir is compared to that.
I've
Like
heard
a
of that too,
slim
but
down version of it. Sycamore, I liked. It does smell similar, but it's
It
different.
does
Chanel
have a
just
little
does
bit of a
things.
cooling effect.
I really like Encre Noir. I didn't put it on the list today just because I've probably mentioned it a lot recently, but yeah.
That is a good choice. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting that.
Very
Wow,
nice. See,
nice.
Scott knows what's up. That's why.
He
That's why.
does.
That's
That's
why
why
you
he's got
bring the
so many
big
subs.
guns. That's why
Yeah.
you bring the
No,
big guns
man.
out here,
I'm
man.
gonna
But-
learn a lot from you guys, honestly.
I know.
but
I
so
see you
does-
taking notes.
So does so does Chanel though, man.
New video ideas.
There
I
you
love
go.
it. I knew he was taking notes. He's the man.
That's it. That's what people
There you go.
do.
Do
I
it.
That's
had
how
a
you
chef
do it. That's
tell
how
me
you
you
learn,
write
bro.
everything down. That's how you remember
Yeah.
things.
That's how you learn. Yeah, for real.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr.
There's a
Jared,
lot
what you-
out there to learn.
Yes, there is. What you got, Mr. Hazy?
Oh, okay.
Hazy
So,
Fragrance Channel YouTube sub.
so this one I wanted to put it on because I just got it in a trade. The Ferrari Vetiver Essence, right?
Okay.
There's not many people know about it. And I know Mo just got that too. So I sprayed it once or twice. There it is. I
Nice.
sprayed it once or twice, right? And I was like, it's all right. It's not super projecting, nothing big, but it reminds me of two things, which is the other ones I wanted to bring up. It reminds me of Fat Electrician by Tatli Berry d'Orange,
Oh, okay.
and somewhat at the beginning of Burberry the Beat, which is like a black pepper vetiver. I feel there's this got this peppery at the top, but it's got the nutmeg thing and it's sweet because like Fat Electrician is sweet vetiver kind of. This is interesting.
I
That
really
one
wanna
also
smell
has,
that Fat
I
Elec-
don't dislike it.
What
It's
does that have?
weird,
That
though.
has hazelnut and coffee also.
It's got some sort of yeah. It's like a nutty thing. It's
Mhm.
weird, but it's like
Yeah.
a sweet vetiver, which
Mhm,
is what Fat Electricians like, but a
mhm.
little bit different. But I actually kind of like this.
Yeah, I like it too. And I had grabbed that one too, just in case to reference it.
Yeah,
But
but
I
it-
gotta get a decant of it now.
you have
Yeah,
to. And if
yeah.
and Mark, I think you've tried the Beat. The Beat is really like it's like all black pepper to me, but
Burberry
there's
the Beat?
vetiver. Yeah. But
Oh,
there's
yeah.
that it's got this has like some sort of like peppery vetiver smoky
Mhm,
vibe in it
mhm,
that reminded me of the Beat, but not as like because the Beat had nothing for me,
mhm.
so
I think I still have that.
And then
So are you saying that it's similar to the Beat or not?
the opening has a Beat vibe with the black pepper and citrus
Alright.
kind of thing, but then it's like a sweet, it's not I don't
'Cause
know, man. It's different.
There are just some things for me that's like a non-starter. I'm not
You
saying
would like
this
this,
for
Mark.
everybody,
Mhm.
but
You would like it.
I'll
you
definitely
would like
try
it.
some.
It
I'll
doesn't smell
definitely
like it's not a it's smoky and peppery. It's different. I don't know. For Ferrari, it's all right.
Scott mentioned Neroli earlier as a note that he learned to like, and I thought
I
that
love
was
Neroli.
because I'm still on that journey, and I'm maybe more towards the beginning. So
It's
Neroli.
it's yeah. Like if
Yeah.
you, I love neroli, but like if you were on like your beginner's journey for vetiver, this Ferrari is not the one because it's got like
Yeah,
it has a vegetal smell too.
it does. It
Like
does.
it's got like the vegetal, which is weird to people, you know.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
like
that's
it though.
not
I'm gonna rock this when I
sometimes
get
that's
yeah.
not for me, but yeah, I don't know. I got to say, like, I'm gonna bring up some more weird stuff.
Of course you will.
I think we all will.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, that was
yeah,
that one. Yeah.
that bass note on that Ferrari too, like a hazelnut coffee
It's
mixed with the
weird.
vetiver. It's not something you would think of, but in a way, it kind of works. Like I have to wear that one and actually wear it out and
Yeah,
see.
same.
It's definitely not a warm weather fragrance. I don't think. I think that's for when it's kind of cold, damp out. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I think
Mm-hmm.
that one will work a little bit. But
Yes.
yeah, it
It's
does
good
have a.
though.
It's
It's
definitely
like
interesting.
$25. I got it in a trade, but it's like $25 right now. And I
Yeah,
think those are getting discontinued
that
or
whole
something.
line is. Yeah, that whole essence
Might be
line.
something to grab.
I'm
Uh,
honestly having a hard time wrapping my mind around it right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to
around
check it
what?
out some other
Oh, around this
Yeah.
fragrance? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's kind of
weird.
one you gotta smell. It's definitely when
yeah.
I first smelled it too, I was like, do I like this or not? And then I saw coffee in it and hazelnut. I was like, oh, this is a
It's
little
good
bit.
though.
But the color of the bottle is good because it's like a dark
That's what it
grayish
smells like.
Yeah,
color, and it
Yeah.
kind of has
yeah.
that vibe to it. So
That's the vibe. It's not like a
yeah.
green.
Mm-mm.
It does have that vibe.
It does
Interesting.
smell kind of gray like that. So
All right,
let's
sir.
see. I'll put out this one. I think
Oh,
What is that?
this one says this
oh,
is the Cartier
Essence?
yeah,
Declaration Essence. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna
this is
put
the
that. That's one of the first things
really,
you sent me. I
yeah.
love that.
I haven't smelled this in a while, but I remember how much you liked this when I sent
Ooh,
you it.
that was such a good, so
Ah, yeah,
clean.
man, this one is
I
yeah,
don't like the
yeah.
original Essence, or no, I don't like the original
Ooh,
Declaration, but that is so clean and
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah. The original Declaration Mark just sent me, and I smelled it for the first time, and it's good. But this one, yeah,
Not
it definitely
human in
has
it.
like
Ugh,
yeah, this one has like that
No,
freshness.
oh, it's so good.
declaration is not
It's
for
like
me.
it's a light set, but it definitely, I mean, it projects and pulls because like off this paper, it's popping.
And it
Does
has
this one
lavender
have
and
cumin in
geranium.
it?
I think no, I no, it
No,
does not. And I think it has
Doesn't.
lavender and geranium, which are super sharp, clean notes. So it's
yeah,
like
I could see
Right.
if it had a little
Okay.
beautiful.
cypress in here too. I'm not sure
It's
if it does,
good.
but it might. But
I
it
It's
still
good.
definitely
haven't
has
smelled
vetiver.
this one.
Did
I
you
know
I
it's
try
like
it?
like
this one.
Mo's favorite, but I've
I love
never
this one.
smelled it.
Out of all the
I'm
out
Scott,
of
gonna
did
the
you try
I'm gonna
that
have
one?
to buy a decant from Mo so I can smell it.
I gotta have to
Scott,
give you
did you
another
try that
list.
one? The
I'm gonna
Declaration
buy that one
Essence?
next. Yeah.
Have you
Have you
tried that
smelled
one,
that, Scott?
Scott?
No,
No. Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's like I
yeah.
said, my journey is so young with vetiver, so I
Mhm,
don't have a ton. I have a lot of fragrances that have that as an ingredient, but it's
mhm,
not the main ingredient. I
yeah.
have very few that have that as the main ingredient, but I'm
yeah.
working on that.
So
Yeah,
with
but
this one,
this yeah. I
no,
was
go
just
ahead.
gonna say overall, this isn't about just mainly vetiver. It's
Yeah, yeah.
fragrances that use vetiver well too.
Yeah,
So
Mhm,
because like
mhm.
I have,
like I don't want
Damn,
people to
I might
feel
wear
like,
this
oh,
tomorrow,
who's
bro.
got the most vetiver like fragrance here? You know, we've all kind of started out like that, but
yeah,
No,
like
but
Not a
like
in
contest.
yeah, but
I
with
have one
this,
that I wanted to talk about that I know Jarrett wants to talk about probably too, but
I already know what it
it's
is.
not really vetiver like as a real main note in it, but it's good.
What
nice.
But
is it? Oh,
well, I
is
was
it
just
Mo's
thinking
turn?
about like what's that?
Whose turn is
Oh
it?
no, I was just gonna say, like,
He
I
was
was
doing.
gonna agree with Mark's point that this isn't a vetiver scent, so to speak, but you do get a lot of vetiver in the base, and it just smells
Oh, yeah,
well
yeah, yeah,
done.
yeah.
It smells clean, it smells good. It's a little sharp with the citrus in the opening, but this is really nice, man. If I think this is another one too, like if you're kind of just getting into those vetiver scents and those kind of green type of scents and you're not too sure, I think this is a good one to try. And I think
Mm-hmm.
this one you could still find like at a reasonable price too.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's worth checking out.
I know what Mark's
And
gonna mention.
Cartier does some good stuff. I
I
mean,
know
they
what
Yeah.
put
Mark's
up
gonna
solid.
mention.
What's Mark gonna
Which one?
mention? What you got, Mark?
No, I'm gonna just let me see him say it.
This wasn't even really one that I was gonna pull up, but that Mr. Burberry line.
I knew it.
Mm,
It's
You
on
know,
my list.
well,
very
and I just
interesting.
wanted to bring that up if you didn't, because I think like
No, go ahead. You go ahead. No, no, no. I
that.
don't have a bottle
I
actually
mean,
anymore. So
I don't either. I was gonna try and find my decant, and it's buried. So
Which
All right.
one? Now, is it the whole line that you say has that kind of vetiver in it?
Except for Element. Element doesn't. But
Except the
everything
element.
else does.
Okay.
I mean,
Mark, go ahead.
I've
Yeah.
smelled the EDT and EDP. I like the EDP
So did I.
better.
Yeah.
And but the vetiver in it is just, I mean, it's totally smooth.
It's
just
a
like, you wouldn't
blue
even recognize it basically, but it's there. It's
Exactly.
It's
there.
there.
It is a
You
blue
know.
scent. The original Mr. Burberry and the EDP, they are blue scents. Like
Yeah.
not ambroxan based, but they are blue, versatile, can work anytime. They're vetiver based, so that'll make them last longer. And the vetiver in it, you don't even know it's there, but that's what you're smelling. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
well blended. Francis Kurkdjian did that.
Mhm.
Mr.
I know,
Burberry,
I
I
know.
believe
I believe it too,
Yeah, he
because
did.
that's,
he did.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
You
Perfume's
good.
about making sense. You don't have to.
I knew you were
Whatever.
gonna bring that up.
Did you have a
Well,
different one too, Mark?
I was hoping you were going to.
No, you go ahead.
That can count as mine.
Okay.
Let's
All
go
right.
on to somebody else. Scott's been sniffing
Scott.
something up
Yeah,
over there.
Scott's smelling over there. What
I
you
want to know
sniffing?
what he's smelling.
He's smelling over there.
What you got over there, Scott?
Mo, I'm stealing your thunder. Can I steal your thunder?
You could steal everything.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
The Winwood?
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
There you go. Nah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
That's
I'm
it.
glad you
Most
brought
send me
it up.
some.
So what I want
Actually-
to testify about is to all those who may be watching for the first time, is man, please get your note on Mancera. Your nose needs to be on Mancera because they're so good for beginners. The
Mhm.
price, right? The price point is amazing. And then their fragrances just go beast mode. A lot of them do on me. That's my experience. I can't speak for everybody. But this Winwood, fresh, green, slightly sweet, airy, violet, so good.
Nice.
It's so, it's another one that needs to be a full bottle, Mo.
Yeah, I could see
Absolutely.
that.
It's so good.
Good
Yeah,
man.
my
It-
Bobby
it
said,
has
"Ooh,
a-
yeah, it's really green."
It
Was
has
not
something dark
expecting
and
that.
mysterious about it too, though. It's you know, it's got this depth to it that's really
Yeah.
mysterious.
I wasn't
This is
expecting
nice.
that one to come out. You guys are pulling out ones I was like, except for Mark, damn it.
Mhm.
I haven't smelled that one.
No, you haven't
It's
Definitely.
smelled.
good, man.
Oh,
But
man, I'm gonna have
That's
to give you a
good.
pack again. I'm gonna have to send you another pack, man.
Mancera, like a lot of Mancera are great for decants. So like
Mhm.
there's probably a
Yeah.
lot of Mancera you don't need a full bottle for. And it's good to smell it and good to smell like somebody's conception of
Right.
something.
I
You
will
know?
never use more than 10 mLs of like red tobacco ever in my life.
This one though, I think if you're
Red
somebody,
tobacco is like one of the best though.
No, it's
But
just
yeah,
so
I mean you won't,
strong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
some of
different-
us
Oh yeah,
won't.
you don't need
that's
14
deep
sprays. This I could see being good like in an office setting, like if you know if you're a professional and you dress up for work and you go in every day. I think this is because this I don't think is too strong that you can't wear it year round. You know what I mean? I think this
It's
is
got a
something
bit of
that
a
could be.
green Irish tea vibe going on with
Yes,
it.
yes, the violet in here is really nice.
Yeah.
I gotta
When
give
you
that
pick it
another
up.
shot.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I definitely could see that where it's kind of like a green Irish tweed kind of. Yeah, this is good.
Is that a
I do.
vetiver
It's
set?
really nice.
No, it's not. Green Irish Treat is like a
What's green in the Irish?
I don't know, like
Violet is
Uh,
violet like a big note in that one? I'm
oh,
not sure.
actually, to be honest.
I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Okay, we'll just edit this
Maybe it
out.
is.
Maybe
Maybe it is.
That out. We'll
dude.
edit the
I
green
don't know.
Irish tree question out.
Maybe
Somebody,
it is.
I
you
didn't
know,
mean to
Somebody
bust
will
it out.
comment and say
but-
you're wrong.
you're
So,
wrong.
you are
Yeah.
We
wrong
don't know
about this
everything.
fact.
I
We
got
don't know
vintage. I
everything.
got a vintage bottle of Trace No Weed with a silver sprayer on
Yeah,
it. that I was gonna sell for
there's
like
violet leaf.
$117. What's
There's
that?
Violet
violet leaf and green Irish tweed.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
That's what it is.
There you
And
go.
Because that's
violet
the
leaf is
ozonic.
the more green, right? Like
Yes.
violet.
It's like a
Mhm.
leaf.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it's called violet leaf. Yeah.
Because well, I'm just saying, like I don't know. These things are all concepts, right? Have you ever
Yeah.
smelled a violet
Yeah.
leaf?
Yeah,
No,
I
I-
don't know.
no.
Sorry, Mark.
I don't think I've ever seen them in real. I might have. I don't know. But yeah, no,
Let's
that's a
also
good
don't
point
forget-
too.
Yeah.
I was going to say also don't forget that a lot of these fragrances are also, some of them are manufactured in a lab as well. So they're
Yeah.
not dug, all of them are not dug up.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think that's violet leaf
They
essence. we're
damn
smelling.
better well be.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, Mr. Jared? What's your
Oh.
next one on your list?
Okay, there's another one I thought Mark was gonna mention, but I'm not
Gonna
gonna
beat
mention
him
it
to
yet.
it.
Right now, I'm gonna do one for the ladies.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's
This
got
is
a
another
lady
chef
scent.
hint.
Very
Joe Malone.
nice. Oh,
Vetiver
I
and golden
love that
vanilla.
one. I find that unisex though.
But
Very nice.
it has a pink label, so
It does. It does. Yes, I
this is
sent you that
Nina
for your
wears
girl.
this.
Yeah.
Nina wears
No.
this. She likes it. It's a little bit smoky for her,
Mhm,
but it's fantastic, dude. It's the
yeah.
vetiver and vanilla. You wouldn't think, but it's so well blended.
Mhm,
This is one like, Scott, I get this one for the wife. You guys get this one for the,
mhm.
You go
it's
to
nice.
Sephora for
It
these,
is
right?
good.
Go smell these at Sephora.
Yeah, smell. Actually, I don't know about this one.
I don't know about Joe Malone's. You might have to go to
No,
Nordstrom.
Joe Malone is at Sephora, but I don't know if this fragrance is
Okay. Yeah, that one's been out a while.
smoky, dude. But
Yeah, it's good. The vanilla is really nice in that one
it's a
too.
very good, and it lasts.
Yeah.
For a
Mhm.
Joe
Trying to think of a
Malone,
vanilla vetiver scent. What else was I?
there's not
Mm.
many. That's
There's
the
not too
thing.
many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This just
I
smells
can't
like.
think.
So
It does
think like,
sound like it would be
They
natural
balance it
though.
out really nice.
Yeah.
think like
Yeah.
think like that smoky Mercedes-Benz vanilla. It doesn't smell like that, but think of like the nice smoke with the vanilla.
Yeah,
But this is like a
no,
grassy, smoky vanilla.
yeah, no. I
What's the
almost
top
got
note?
that
A little bit
before.
sharp.
Like,
It's probably got.
yeah,
I don't know if it's really citrusy. It literally smells like vanilla and
And
vetiver.
vetiver.
that's
Yeah.
interesting though.
Because
You could
vanilla is
definitely make
ahead,
a
Mark.
citrus part of the vetiver palette, right? Like
And it
Mhm.
definitely has amber,
easily
I think,
blended in
because
there.
it's a little bit ambery too.
Good
I
one.
would
Yeah,
say
the
there's
amber.
amber in there too.
Yeah, I
I
wish
mean,
I
that-
did not look up the notes, but that one's a good one.
That's kind of what all the Joe Malone sound like grapefruit and amber, like
Yeah.
vanilla and sage.
I like
you know,
Murray Tonka. Murray Tonka's a
They
good
Myrrh and
smell
one.
like
too.
Tonka
their
sounds like
names.
it would be great.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. But
Yeah,
that's a good one. I honestly see that as a. I don't, I don't gender fragrances because God forbid, but
Mm.
I see it more feminine leaning.
What the
I see
golden
it.
vanilla?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
do
don't
too.
know.
I think
I
a
wouldn't
guy
wear
could
it.
pull it off though, 100%.
No, a guy
But
could, but I don't know.
I definitely think that would be really great on a female.
Yeah, it floats off very nicely off her. It smells nice.
Yeah, that is a good one. Let's see. Do I have one here? Since
I have one more. I'm
I
not
have
doing it now though. I won't be like greedy.
You know what? I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one because I think I know where Mark's gonna go. Boom. Got this
well,
one right
that's
here.
What
good.
is that?
That's good.
This is Dunhill Icon.
I don't think I've ever tried that.
So
No,
a
I
lot of
haven't
people
either.
really no. Oh, I gotta send y'all some of
No.
Good.
this.
I'm not the only one. I'm like,
This is
I
my
wish I'd
second
have this
bottle of
stuff.
this, and this second bottle is courtesy to Mr. Mark. He sent me
That-
a bottle he had that he didn't want.
I
I've
don't
That
think
thing
I've
is-
ever tried a
bag.
Dunhill.
I've had
That
that in my carryout bag so many times, and I
so
just
that
I put it
one,
back.
yes, that one is compared to a very famous vetiver fragrance too, which I'm assuming somebody's gonna bring up soon. Taylor Hermes,
Oh, I won't like
obviously.
it.
Oh, okay.
So no, but this one, right? So this one, I
Doesn't
think
smell like Terra Mess to me.
it doesn't.
There it
There it
is.
is.
There you go. There you go.
So it
Nice.
doesn't, but
With
it
the
gives you that vibe, right? A lot of people say in the opening that it has like a grape soda feel, which is a little bit fizzy, but the base here is like the vetiver. It's the I think it has oud in it, and it's like a little bit woody. So I would say it's more on
could see that.
the woody vetiver side, like clean. It's a little bit sweet, but I really like this. Like as far as like a fresh like hold on, I'm about to.
Does it smell like bug spray?
No, not to me.
Okay, because that's what
Oh,
TDH smells like to me, dude.
this one also has a good amount of neroli in it
I
also.
can't believe you said
Ooh.
that. It smells like bug spray. It totally
Sorry, I
does.
knew that was gonna upset
No.
some people
Oh
here.
No,
my God.
no,
he
but it's
just
kind
said-
of like one of those things. Like it probably doesn't on Mo, but it does on me.
On
so-
me,
Yeah,
it just
well-
comes
Okay.
off like
Okay, but look,
but
this is
but
where
not
the trying
TDH, not
things.
TDH, but
This is where the trying things comes in though, because it might smell
exactly.
like drug spray on you, or it might smell wonderful.
But it
This
also
icon
smells
I
really
like.
good on paper too.
Yes.
To me, so
Yes.
you know, I can understand that there's a really good scent, and there's a lot of people who like it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. But yeah, this Dunkill icon, yeah, this to me, this is one I recommend if you're getting into that vetiver scent. The bottle weighs about 35 pounds. It's heavy as hell, but it's a great one. So
Now
I
you're
would
making me think of ones that I didn't even bring. So now
I've
I'm
never
like,
just
oh, I gotta go
imagining-
get one. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh,
I just imagine you guys going on dates and they're dating. What are you wearing? Off.
yeah. Gotta keep the bugs away, boo boo.
Bro,
The bottle kind of looks like some industrial strength,
I
like
know it
insect
does, like this
repellent.
weird
This
orange,
thing,
like
you can lift weights with this thing, man. This thing is heavy as hell, man. When Mark sent me this, I had to lift the box up like this, like, oh my god, it's
It
heavy.
costs a
you had
lot
to
to
pay
ship that
extra
one.
for it.
Yeah, it's a heavy ass bottle, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it costs a lot to ship that one, but I knew
But
it would make it.
Oh
it's
Lord.
one of my favorites though, as far as like that scent profile. It's kind of I know a lot of reviewers or people have bring it up, but me personally, like I really enjoy that one. That's one that I like
I
to
need to
wear.
try that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send you some.
Yeah,
After
I
this, I'll
haven't
send
tried
you a
it
little
either.
pack of some stuff to check out.
I
And
wrote
any
it
of these I
down.
mentioned, if you haven't smelled them,
Yeah,
I'll send them to you to check out.
I'll try and list all these in the
Yeah, because I
description.
think I might have some of the ones Jared brought up too. So
Probably because
yeah,
it's why I have them probably.
as possible. Mr. Mark, what you got? You got one more,
Back at
Mark?
me again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna spray something because the last two are not even ones that I would really wear right now. But I got
Was that a silver spray club to me? Oh,
Silver Spray Club in New UAE.
what is that, dude? I cannot see a thing, Mark.
Was that
I don't know
green?
what
Is
happened
that
there.
green touch?
Oh, that's
Black
black
touch.
touch.
Black touch. Okay,
How about that? Yeah.
that's a
Look
good
What
one.
is that? I have blue touch, which is like aqua de joe, which is good.
So this one is like, okay, what do these fragrances do? What are they? How are they made? I don't know. What are they trying to do? Are they cloning someone? Are they trying to smell good? Are they, I don't know. But this one smells like, to me, it starts off a little bit like a sweet, dark Terre d'Hermes, and it kind of dries down into like the kind of vetiver of the Encre Noir. So it kind of blends these two ideas into one fragrance,
Okay.
you could
Would I
say.
like it?
Probably. Have I not sent it to you?
It's like
It's-
$20.
It's
so,
pretty
like,
sweet. It's pretty mass appealing, I'd say. And when it dries down into Encre Noir, it gets quiet and you can't really smell it that much anyway. So
'cause
it's
I
just,
mean,
it's the Frank Olivier house, yeah. So
I like
it's
Frank
a Oud
Olivier, man.
Touch, Oud Vanille, Black Touch, Blue Touch, which I
Blue
think
touch
is
is
like
good.
Blue de Chanel, right?
No, it's like aqua de joe, but it's good.
Aqua de Joe, okay.
Would
It's
you
like a
say?
$15 100 ml aqua de joe clone. You know,
Would
Yeah.
you say
What?
that's a good like beginner? Like if you're trying out vetiver and stuff, maybe try that one, or just when you
Yeah.
gotta have some under your belt.
black
Yeah.
touch.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Give it a try.
Okay.
How much was it?
It's not going to be for everybody, but it might actually catch your interest or someone in your family's interest.
Nice.
$20 somewhere.
That's
30
not too
Sweet.
bad.
$15.
Frank Olivier is the price to quality is like unbelievable.
Nice. Yeah, they
Yeah.
got some good ones.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go back to the guests. Mrs. Scott, what you got going on?
I already kind of gave a sneak peek of it. I got the Tier de
There it
Hermes.
is. That's the OG
Yeah.
classic,
Yeah.
baby.
Yep.
Mhm.
The eau de
Yep.
toilette.
And I know they've got a Tier de Hermes Intense vetiver. That's probably, you got that one, Chef?
I got a decant.
Mhm.
I got a
got
decant
a
from Jason
decant.
The
Brown.
decant
How-
master has a decant.
Damn right.
How does it
Everybody-
compare?
So this one, so tell them a little bit about the eau de toilette, what you get from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's it's kind of a very briny, citrusy on the top. It's kind of like a bitter, but I like it because on my skin, a lot of people are put off by it, but on my skin, it works really well in the South Carolina high heat. I feel like the more bitter the fragrance is, the more it seems to transform and sparkle and shine on me in the heat. And this one goes forever on my skin. Like I get 9 hours easily on this one, which is hard to say on a freshie. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is because most fragrances do not last on me. But the vetiver here is very green, and I just like it. Something about it I really love.
Yeah, so that's like a gentlemanly classic. Like my
Yes.
mom bought me my first bottle of that. And when I first smelled it, I was like, oh, it's okay. But I think that that's one where you really experience it is wearing it
Mhm.
and like walking by people and they're like, oh, okay. And one of the things I really that like as I've smelled more stuff and I went back to that one, I do actually really like the opening. The
Mhm.
pepper and that rindy orange, it
Mhm.
just comes off really nice. And then the base has that vetiver and it's a little earthy and dirty and
Hmm.
flinty, but I don't know. In a way, it's done really well. So
The cedar in it's nicer than I've ever experienced as
yeah,
well.
it's.
It's
I
really
mean, the
good.
quality is great. I mean, when you
Yeah, it
talk
is.
about Hermes fragrances or Hermes, as they say,
Yeah.
gotta say it the right
Hey,
way.
I love it.
Yeah,
They're one, they're
it's
one,
Handmade.
they're one of the few
mhm,
fragrance houses that has their own in-house perfumer. A lot of
yeah.
people farm it
I
out.
didn't know
So
that.
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Now this one, the Owen Tens vetiver, is definitely just rich. I think this one doesn't have orange, and I want to say grapefruit is kind of where they went, for the citrus up top. But it's
yeah.
definitely you could definitely just it's not as dirty. It's a lot more clean, but it just has that that parfum roundness like that. It sits
Mhm.
very close.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one that, like the EDT, like you said, when the heat hits you, it projects and the heat kind of helps it. I think this is more, cold weather,
Oh,
indoors, kind of
okay.
laid back type of scent. But does it smell good? Yeah, I love this one actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this is woo, yeah, this is
I need to
good.
get a bottle and do a side by side maybe
Mm-hmm.
video.
This is bottle worthy in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so is the one they just discontinued, the Outre Fresh.
I don't know about
I
That's the
that
know
one
one.
that's
you like that. Did you put that on the list, or you're not?
No, no,
You're not gonna.
I figured Santa Hermes would get brought up, or the Hermes would get brought up. So I just grabbed my decan of this, but I do still have like 3 ounces of a 4 ounce bottle of the Outre Fresh. Scott, if you
Nice.
never smelled that, I'll send you some of
No.
that one too.
Mm-mm.
And
Please
that
do.
one, so that one,
That's in the chef's cabinet, though,
yeah, that's in the
right?
chef's cabinet, baby. You keep that. But no, I got it on my list, and that one,
Right next to the Hennessy.
yeah, not no more, not no more. But back in the day, maybe. But no, this one is very the Old Trace Fresh is very watery because it has that water note. It has the grapefruit on the top, and then it has the vetiver base, but it's just really clean. It's like kind of like a Dior Homme Cologne vibe to it, I guess you can say. But it's just like
Hmm.
the woodiness is the main star as opposed to like in the Dior Homme Cologne where it would be Iris. It's kind of like that kind of vibe to it. The dry down is really woody as opposed to citrusy, but it does have those watery notes to make it like really just clean. Now the reason they discontinued that is because they have the new one coming out. I think it's called
Oh yeah.
O
You're
Grive,
right.
which is basically just stands for frozen, whatever
Something
Grive means in
frozen
French.
cologne.
Yeah,
So
But
yeah.
wasn't it
yeah,
pear or something?
yeah. I don't know if it's pear,
Oh
but it
Paul
does.
Bray.
Yeah, but see with this,
Starting
so with this
rumors.
new one,
Sorry.
they went back to that mineral note that they put like in H24 and stuff like that.
I didn't
So
like
that's
that.
gonna be
I need
mixed
to go
into
back to
this.
that one. I need to
I
go back to that
not a
one.
fan of that one. I
I'm
didn't
gonna go
enjoy that one.
back to it.
I mean, look,
I'm
It's
it's
good.
worth trying,
gross.
but no. I mean, when you
I got
compare,
a decan of it. I just have to know for the historical value. You never forget. But I'll say Hermes is a house like they do take citrus, I think, in all sorts of different directions and stuff.
Yes.
And for people who are really into that, I think
Mhm.
you could probably get a decent deal on some really good fragrances in that line. Kind of like maybe like a line like who were we talking about with Tony the other day, the Aqua de Parma,
Aqua
right?
de Parma, yeah.
Like
Yes.
you're gonna get some real good deals on stuff like that for
Hmm.
like the next tier up, you
Hmm.
know. And there's
No, I
gonna be
think
those fresh citrus you can layer all over the place.
absolutely, and I think Hermes is definitely the qualities there. Like when you smell Terre de Hermes, the Eau de Toilette,
Yeah.
even the Old Trace Fresh, like but this one I definitely recommend too the O Intense Vetiver. I haven't smelled the pure parfum because there's also like a parfum version,
I
but
smelled that one in stores. I
you
like
like it?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've kind of sought out a bottle, but I've never really invested.
yeah,
But
but it's good. The quality's there
yeah,
though. You
they
smell it.
say that the flint note is heavy on that.
On the parfum.
Flint.
Yeah, I can't tell you that I can detect
Pick it
that,
up.
but yeah.
Yeah, well, in the O Intense Vetiver, you don't get that. This is just like really smooth. On skin,
Nice.
I almost would prefer wearing this to the Eau de Toilette, just for my taste. But this is good. And the Eau Très Fresh is probably my favorite, but just because I like fresh fragrances. So That's definitely
We
a
got the
good one.
Hermes line talk today.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah.
but
I
look,
was
if you're
just thinking that.
if you're somebody, right, that's like checking out these videos and I mean, that's gonna be a house that's, especially when you're talking about a note like Vetiver. I
Yep,
mean, that
Yeah,
fragrance
that's
is
their thing.
iconic, man. I
yeah.
mean, just from it when it was released to the amount of people that own it. I mean, it's popular, man, and there's a reason it's still around because it works.
And
So,
I know I've seen some of those bottles on those Fragrantica pages of people in the group. So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
there's Hermes out there to trade.
There's Hermes out there. Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
You got anything else, Jerry? You got
I
one?
do actually.
What you
I'm
got?
just here smelling this Ferrari.
The Ferrari.
We love the way you say Ferrari,
Ferrari.
Mo.
Ferrari. And we
Ferrari.
making fun of the New Yorkers, man. That's disrespectful, bro.
This actually, the vetiver essence smells very similar to Fat Electrician. Just saying.
Okay.
But
I never smelled that. I have to check that out.
it's
Send
like
me
I'm
a
just smelling on
decan.
trip. I don't have it. I just remember. Now I'll do my two. This one is the one of the ones where you're saying vetiver isn't present, but it's there, and it needs to be mentioned in every
Oh,
episode.
Interesting.
listen me.
Interesting.
Linsumi has a vetiver. Linsumi has a very prominent vetiver base. When it
Really?
all dries down, there's like this soapiness on your skin mixing with the patchouli that you can tell it's there. And
Okay.
this is
Hold on. Is that Fragrantica Canon? Is that
no, this is me
I need
smelling
to
it, man.
know.
I know. I smell that
Fragrantica
vetiver.
Okay.
Cannon. I love it.
Okay. I just want
Yes,
to
it
know.
is
Just want
somewhat.
our viewers to know.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
That Jared is not drinking the Kool-Aid
No,
and he smells vetiver and Linsumi. Gotcha.
You know what?
you
Whether
have me,
it says
dude.
it
You
or
have me.
not,
Keep going.
whether it says it or not, it is not a vetiver
Pick it up.
fragrance. But it dries down and it's soapy, and you could tell it because it's a classic kind of fragrance. I've used it so much because I love it so much. It just doesn't last that long. But there's the soapiness that it dries down to. I know it's there. And then my other was the linen vetiver, which I think
Vetiver.
I will always say this is probably
Wait, did
one
we
of the
get through Jared's entire list?
yeah, we did. This is probably one of the only good things to get from rack stores that you won't be disappointed with this icon
These
line.
icon
Linen
lines?
vetiver.
Yeah.
I haven't seen linen vetiver in a long ass time. I got this like
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I've had this bottle for a
Smells so
while
good.
too. It's
This
nice.
is not a super vetiver. It's like musky, laundry, fresh,
Mhm.
but it's got the vetiver tinge that keeps it.
Yeah. Like definitely after it dries down, like
It
because
smells
that's
like
what I
vintage
wore.
green, but it's
Yeah.
good.
And vintage green's another good one if you
Mhm.
see, and that's a good green earthy scent to try out.
Mhm.
But this linen vetiver, yeah, definitely as it dries, you definitely get like that blanket feel, like that warm fuzzy linen feel, and
That's a
it's good, man.
fantastic one. I don't know if you could find it anymore. I haven't seen it in so
Tough.
long.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in the
They're
rack stores
showing up
either.
again.
Yeah. Well, the
They'll be back.
summertime
Mm.
holidays,
They'll be
and
back.
Father's Day.
They
Father's
always
Day
come back.
for you guys watching Father's Day, the rack stores stock up. So definitely around Father's Day, start
I know.
going back there. You will find stuff pop up that you haven't seen in a while. I'm
The
pretty sure of it.
Hermes.
The Hermes.
I've seen them at rack stores. I actually saw one the other
Yes.
day. Like it was like $100,
Yeah.
but it was the O tray. What's the intense one called again?
Oh, Intense Vetiver.
I think it was that one.
Might have been. Yeah. See,
It was a
even if
big box, huge
yeah,
box.
it was probably a gift set, and you say, "Oh,
Yeah.
$100 in a rack store," but those
Mm.
retail for like
Mhm,
130, 140. Like
mhm.
Hermes retails pretty high. So,
Right. Yeah.
let me see. I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's
I
all I
have.
got.
I
I
think
just
What
that's
else
like
you
all I
got,
have too.
Scott?
Yes,
You
Scott,
got
you got
anything
anything
else?
else?
I want to
Mr.
hear. I
Aromas?
know
He's
Scott's
got a
got some
list.
good stuff.
Scott's got some
list of
stuff,
praise.
man.
Nah, dude. Honestly, I'm new. I'm new at the Vetiver game.
It's
I have some. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
No, I have an essential oil that I've been rocking because I've been
like
buying
that.
essential oils because I'm trying to smell the oils and then try to detect. It's just a game I play.
Yeah.
So I've got essential oil
Cool.
Vetiver.
Nice.
So because I've been smelling that and then try to pick
That's
it up in other
great.
fragrances.
How
Oh
is
my
that?
gosh, Scott, that's so cool.
That's in
Yeah,
Mark's
I would say
alley.
Mark
That's
That's
such a
would
cool
Mark's
love
thing
that.
to
wheelhouse.
do.
He likes that.
Yeah, he
I'm-
does like that.
I don't have any vetiver oil, but yeah, I will. That'd be crazy.
But I've got my wish list that I'm sure you guys have all smelled. obviously, you know, Tom Ford, Gray Vetiver. I'd love to
I was
get
gonna
my nose on
mention that.
Yeah, I have a clone. I have the Just Jack,
Me
which is
too.
Armaf, and it's a clone that's pretty close to it.
I think
Okay.
it's pretty
That was on my
close,
list.
and it's not. I don't know. It's not that exciting personally, and I
Mhm.
see a lot of that Tom Ford Gray Vetiver getting turned over on the groups.
Mm.
I don't know,
It's good if you like Vetiver.
but
There you
it's
go.
Vetiver. It's
Mhm.
not the Roge of Vetiver.
No,
Nah, Roger Vetiver.
The,
And
but it's good.
the one I really want to get is the original Vetiver by Creed.
Yeah.
That's the
I've
one.
tried that. My opinion on that is like it's a lot easier to get into than a lot of the other ones. It's not as like herbal or vegetal. It's very soapy and clean. I
That
like
would
that
probably
one
be
a lot.
up my alley then.
You might like
And
that one, Scott.
it's not as expensive as the other creeds, I don't think, but it's really good. It smells really nice.
Mm.
What about Vetiver Extraordinaire
I've
by
heard,
Frederick Mall?
Mall? Yeah.
never tried that. Heard of it, never tried it.
Nice.
And then of course you got Byredo, La Labo. They all have their own Vetiver
They do.
fragrances.
Mhm,
All of them
yeah.
do. I think there's a certain point in which it becomes redundant though. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to choose like, you gotta choose.
Excuse me.
Because at a point though, you need to choose.
What?
You need to choose like what? Like I like it as a note, so I have all these things and they do smell similar, but you got to choose the one that's right for you because something like
Mhm.
Vetiver Essence smells very, very different than just like Homme Le Boisé or the original Vetiver, which I think is, I think this is necessary. Like if you really want to know, you need this. But
What is that? The Eau de Toilette
the,
or the
ori-
Eau de
yeah,
Parfum?
the Eau de
Right.
Toilette Vetiver,
Toilette, yeah.
Scott,
original, you know?
how does your vetiver oil compare to the Guerlain vetiver?
Oh yeah, that's a good
EDT?
question. I would love to try some of that Vetiver
It's
oil.
like way strong.
Well, yeah, it's like
It's-
it's a completely different
it's straight vetiver, and most vetiver, like right on 9 out of 10 times is paired with a citrus.
Mhm.
So you know when you're smelling it, it's effervescent and bright, and this one is very very dirty and very
Like
earthy.
grassy, right? Rudy.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
I want to try that to be honest.
But you're really smelling like deeper into the scent, right? You're
Mhm. The
smelling
note.
things that probably come in lower concentrations just because it's so concentrated.
Yeah.
Damn it! Now
And-
Scott makes me want. I'm now
Nah,
gonna get
nah,
500
Jared's gonna
essential
start
oils.
buying
But
oils.
That's a whole different
Castoreum,
thing
civet.
to remember here, though. Like
Rocky
oil,
Mountain oils.
hell yeah! I think I know them. Yeah, I think they might be out in Utah or something. Or
Mark knows
Yeah, that-
them.
that-
He's friends with them.
Rocky Mountain Oils hit me up.
Yeah. Sponsor. Sponsor the Swap Sunday.
Mr. Colorado here.
I
There
would
you go.
love that.
But yeah, when you're smelling oils, right, you're smelling it at such a concentrated level, and I think this is something the community doesn't think too much about, and we probably should do an episode on it at some point. But
On
you know,
oils?
well, just like concentration and how that affects scent and how it affects
Sure.
what you smell.
That's
you
a
know,
good idea.
I have a few oil, like Jarrett was asking, because I had this Dakar, which is like an Al Rehab version of Dakar
Mhm.
Noir. A little bit off topic here. It's
Mhm.
probably Vetiver and Dakar Noir, right?
Probably.
And the really intense oil, I can't like it. It's too much. It's too
Mhm.
high.
Mhm.
It's too deep into it, you know.
Do you wear it, Scott? Like, do you put it on?
No, I haven't. I've just been, I take a little bit and dab it on one of you can see how oily. I don't know if you can see on the strip. But
I
Yeah, I
see
can
it
see it. Yeah.
clearly.
it's so oily and
Wow. I
So,
wouldn't want
yeah.
to wear it.
um,
I
It's
wonder
intense,
though.
I
bro.
can't.
I wonder though if you like dabbed it on your finger and kind of just went like this and then sprayed like maybe something with vetiver
yeah,
or something
it's
like
some
that.
see
That's interesting.
and the thing about vetiver oil, one of the things you didn't mention, but I didn't want to steal your thunder, is it's highly moisturizing, and it's actually honestly really good for your skin. A lot of dermatologists use
Wow.
vetiver oil.
Nice.
And,
That's good to know. Look at that.
That's
and
good to know.
The reason why it's used in perfumery so much is it has a low evaporation rate. That's why it's used
and perfumery
As a
because
base
it,
note, basically.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
Cool,
the,
dude.
and the other thing is that the more it ages, the straight oil, the better it gets. It improves with age.
Just like me, baby.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
No, but
Just
see,
like
that's
Well, I
perfume.
didn't know that they aged vetiver. I
Yeah,
had
it
no
aged-
clue.
Yeah,
it's funny because and people say, "Oh, I got this bottle that's been sitting 5 years. I don't even know if it's good." Let me tell y'all, it's probably better than when you first bought it because letting things macerate,
Who
and
knows how long?
if you store it properly,
I see
like
that.
right.
it's gonna smell better. You got to let these things sit sometimes too.
Yeah.
You know,
This thing, I'm
absolutely.
gonna tell you, I'm smelling this strip again. This smells exactly like Fat Electrician, like so
Mm.
close.
I never smelled that. And then
It's
look,
it's an acquired taste though.
yeah. And one vetiver scent we didn't bring up, which I know Mark's got, is of course the famous Lalique Ancre Noir, which is translates
What?
Oh
dark
no, that's not what I was.
Dark
Oh,
ink.
dark
dark
ink. Yeah,
ink. Yeah.
this one.
And which
What
was that?
the hell is that?
Lalique,
This is
which was that?
the Hommage à l'Homme Voyager.
Oh, you
What's that
found
smell
it.
like?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Decant.
yeah, this is a vetiver patchouli based blend. It's very strange and woody, I think.
No, never mind. It sounds gross.
No, I got
And it's you know how
guy Jared,
you
man.
know how like you'll have these memories of like an old beach house on like
Yeah. No,
I'm
I
from the
know.
Bronx. I don't know nothing about old beach houses, but okay.
you
Keep
know,
going.
you went on a
I
field trip
do.
someday.
I
I don't
do.
know.
Okay. No, I
In New
can see
York,
we
we
go.
went to like crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, and you smell some funky wood. You're like, maybe that was rotten once. Now it's not rotten anymore. It's kind of sweet, kind of has this like funky smell.
Like,
You know,
ooh.
it's like it's that kind of smell. And
You ain't selling
vetiver
this one, bro.
kind of no, you guys can't get it anymore anyways. So it's
Is
So
it
don't
is it
worry
tough to
about it.
find? Is it a tough one to find?
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so at this point. But
Okay.
it's
You
it's
like it?
interesting. People compare it to Armani Attitude, which I have no
Yes.
idea what
I've
that
heard
is.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
We're
That
gonna have
one's
to end soon. I got the 5-minute warning.
Oh, you got the
From
5-minute warning.
from Nina.
yeah.
Okay.
Or it's 8:30 already. I can't
Yeah,
believe
no,
That's
we've
it.
been
I'm
on for a little bit.
I'm
We've been on
done.
for-
I'm
Okay.
done.
Mark's out.
Mark's
Okay.
done. She
You
got
guys
the
have been
belt.
great, and Scott's been
I'm
great.
so
Thanks
glad
so
Scott
much.
came on.
Listen,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Man,
Listen,
thank you
guys.
so much.
No,
You,
listen,
yeah,
Scott.
you could come on whenever you want. I don't know if we
Absolutely.
have that many people that want to.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm happy to be a part of your community, honestly. Thank
And
you.
Best,
listen,
dude.
we're happy to be a part of
Thanks.
your journey. If
Yeah.
you're watching this, check out Scott Aromatico on YouTube.
He'll be in the description.
And he also has a very big Instagram page as well.
Yes, he
That's
Check
does.
him out on Instagram. Same
very
thing with my
talented
man
artist.
Jared.
He is.
Yep. Actually, I have a picture. I still have to get my tattoo. Don't think I don't remember.
No
Oh wait,
worries, man.
like an actual draw.
Ooh.
Oh, I gotta
He
check that
drew
out
me a
more. Yeah.
picture.
I just
yeah.
had an idea for a tattoo this morning that I was thinking about again. But I'm gonna have to have an artist draw it at some point.
You're a
But
vetiver leaf, right?
that's gonna
And,
be in my head.
the Nico sculpture
The
model.
Nico sculpture.
It's
No,
Mark
you
look,
riding. It's Mark
Scott.
riding a unicorn.
Scott, yeah, there you go. Hey, Scott, but no, really, man,
Thank
you,
you,
brother.
man.
You know I
Yes,
love
thank
you,
you.
man. I got
Yeah.
mad love for you and your family. You guys always
Always great to
support.
hang.
And I'll keep
Yeah.
watching the videos. You
Hell
guys keep
yeah.
doing what you're doing.
Always.
Decant Swaps, we're almost at 1,000 members. So
Yeah.
hopefully this week we'll definitely get there. We'll work on some
Congrats.
giveaways and stuff to do. So
Yeah.
This
Help
will be
boost
like
Scott up
a
to
15-part
2,000.
series.
yeah. Hey,
This
listen,
episode.
we can keep going. We can keep
This
going
is a
with the notes.
fantastic. I know this is
know?
fantastic.
So I'll work on editing this and we'll
Jared's
get it
nature
out there.
calls.
Yeah, next time we'll do animalics. Oh, I don't have to poop this time.
Animalics.
No, but next